been involved with Opera Grand Rapids for 31 years. I've done everything from being a member of the Friends of the Opera. I've been on the Opera Grand Rapids board and actually served as board chair when we did the Aida production in the Van Andel Arena. Sort of the highlight of my career. Van Andel Arena was probably the biggest thing that has come to Grand Rapids. It really energized the downtown area, and we saw it as an opportunity to bring the masses in to see a fantastic opera. Aida it's a huge cast. We had elephants, we had horses, we had tigers, a tiger. He refused to come out of his cage that night, but we still gave him billing in the program. But you certainly couldn't be putting elephants in DeVos Hall, which is our normal home. We filled the arena, kids cheering. It was probably a little more raucous than your normal opera, but opera's for the people, and we sure brought that home that evening. So, and it was a one night only, so we made it count. I want to say, well, it filled the whole stage. I think we had close to 300 people, and hearing those voices come up, and then to have the animals coming through, it sort of took your breath away. And to see that many people in this area contributing to an event. So it was something else. Aida incorporated so many people. We have our normal opera chorus. We had to bring in 5 or 6 more choruses. And there was such excitement with the singers. I still have a note that one of my friends said, "Thank you so much for letting me sing in Aida." She said it was one of my dreams, but they also got to participate in the celebration on the Grand Parade, which takes place the first weekend in September. So we had our elephants, some horses, and a great many chorus members in their Egyptian costumes going down Monroe, and we had a great big float. So they looked like they were coming down the Nile, and it was a great start to the season. And I think for us with Aida, it brought us into the limelight. We are actually the oldest opera company in the state of Michigan. Sometimes we get second billing next to Detroit, but the Detroit Free Press came out and gave us a great review and sort of made a dig at Michigan Opera Theater, saying you ought to look to Grand Rapids to see how they put a production together. So that was sort of it was a nice compliment, that we, within our own state, that we finally got top billing. So take that, David Chieri, D. Chieri. I look at my gray hair now, and maybe Aida was the starting of the first grays. The evening of the performance, there was a gala dinner, and somebody came up and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "We don't know where the programs are." And that was close to 7,500 programs, and we had sponsors and chorus, and everybody wants their acknowledgement. And the programs didn't show until intermission, halfway through, and getting the programs involved, video cameras, police department, and a special escort to get the programs back to the arena. But they showed up, everybody was happy, and I'm pleased to say there wasn't a program left in the arena after the event. So all's well that ends well. And again, it was the largest production we'd ever undertaken, and the collaboration with so many people and so many moving parts. But as I was biting my fingernails in one case, I was just bursting with pride with the skill set that we had in our singers, in our technical people. And these weren't people that you brought in from the outside. This was Grand Rapids pulling this off. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful and extremely proud of what we did. So, there we go.